The halls where shadows glide, gold peacocks dance, their wings spread wide. A rose in bloom, yet thorns entwine. Dylan Kane walks the edge of time.
Midweek recap.
There are but a few men in the history of humanity who have accumulated fortunes like that of Andrew Carnegie, a man who was as complex as he was rich. After selling his company, his net worth would equal a staggering 2% of America's GDP. In today's video, we'll explore how one Scottish...
Yeah, so why we're doing this one is because he's actually from our part of the world, Scottish guy.
Immigrant, armed with just 5 years of schooling, would rise from poverty to the status of the world's richest man.
Yeah, so with this new update, with these reaction videos, I'm going to be showing you there's a pattern to success that all successful people have, excuse the noise, regardless of what they do. Yeah, that's a formula.
American in history. But he wasn't born in America. Andrew's story begins across the Atlantic Ocean in Dunfermline, Scotland, where he grew up in what could only be described as abject poverty. His mother would work around the clock, sewing shoes. His father would make cloth and other material, hand-weaving looms. That was, of course, until the steam-powered loom came into the picture. With weaving technology rapidly improving, his father's loom business would crumble, finding himself crushed by the Industrial Revolution. Watching his father suffer as he begged for work would impact the young Carnegie profoundly. In 1848, the Carnegies set out in search of a better life outside Scotland. After selling all of their possessions and borrowing £20, the family embarked on their journey to the land of opportunity, America. They would restart their lives from scratch in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, what he's highlighting here is humble beginnings, you know what I mean? Some of us do come from humble beginnings, some of us silver spoon, but regardless, anyone can.
Increasingly skilled at hearing Morse code. Impressively, he could recite messages without needing to write them down. This caught the eye of Thomas Scott, a regional manager for the Pennsylvania Railroad Company, who hired Carnegie to be his personal telegrapher and private secretary for the sum of $30.
So what he's highlighted here so far is he's developed a skill. Just like us, we're traders, we're developing a skill. Exactly. I guess what he's showing here is if you do put in work, someone will notice, innit? The saying goes, someone's always watching. So always bear that in mind, do you know what I mean? Always say your pleases, always say your thank you. So here he's saying that he paid someone to substitute him in war so he can cut, and then he saw a gap in the market. Come on, big pat on the back. Yeah, if I can relate, when I was couriering, that was when I saw a gap in the market. I was actually couriering to raise funds to put into the charts because I just had no money, and yeah, well, that's the whole extra physical asset that I built anyway. But yeah, man, be looking around, take advantage of your health and your receptors. Do you know what I mean? Anything that we're experiencing can be monetized. You just need to figure out if you have the ability to actually monetize it and then do it.
He capitalized on the opportunity, launching the Keystone Bridge Company. But it would be his next move that would define him as an astute businessman. Keystone didn't just build bridges. They also had their very own iron mills, which provided the iron that was needed for constructing the bridges. Owning the iron source meant that Carnegie's bridge building company would not be dependent on mining or extracting companies for iron. Essentially, he was operating a triad of 3 companies, each strengthening one another. First, a mining extraction company. Second, a bridge building company, which used the iron provided from his mining company. And then, once the bridge was built, his third business would monetize by selling rail. The concept worked to a T. Always looking for the next big opportunity, Andrew set his sights on New York City.
Always looking for a new opportunity. Serious, yeah? And I'll highlight it because a lot of people will think, a lot of people who come from like tough upbringings or what have you, poverty upbringing, will think that a man in a suit hasn't come from nothing or he's not anything like him. We're all hustlers, you know? We're all hustlers, you know? Like, that's the only way to be anything or become anything. We have to take. Do you know what I mean? How are we going to take it? We're going to take it the nice way or the not so nice way. Do you know what I mean? And we all figure it out with our personalities and our abilities. Do you know what I mean? Our attributes. Do you know what I mean? We play the cards that we're dealt.
Engineers and architects that money could buy. He focused maniacally on increasing efficiency, always using the latest technology and pushing his employees to their maximum physical and mental capabilities. He was also notorious for requiring employees to work 364 days a year, only allowing
Quality of service and courtesy take you a long way.
them. Machines didn't need sleep. They also didn't ask for raises, and they certainly did not try to unionize. Carnegie, a master salesman, decided to name the venture not Carnegie Steel, but rather J. Edgar Thomson Steelworks, the name of one of his customers in the railroad industry. Carnegie hoped a steel mill named after a customer would show his appreciation for their business and maybe even secure more orders from their railroad.
Lastly to note, yeah, I think that although that is a marketing tactic, it's still thoughtful and it's yin and yang in it. There's balance. When you're out in the field trying to be a salesman, you still need to mix the rough and the smooth. You still need to be a Casanova. You still need to seduce. You still need to serenade. Do you know what I mean? The way you present yourself, your tone, your delivery, your smile, your mirroring, all these things. I'm not going to continue the video because after that he just goes on slime. He just starts doing Operation Takeover, Laws of Power, the Law of Attrition. He has a rival company that's also instilled that was there before him. And then because his company is bigger or he has bigger funders, he's able to make the price cheaper. It's a typical Rockefeller tactic, to be fair. Make the services cheaper and then 2 years later, the competitor went bankrupt, and then he went and bought that amount. He then later went and sold the whole company for 480 mil because he wanted to chill with his wife and daughter. As an old geezer, was like 70, and I can imagine he just didn't have a son or anybody that wanted to take control, which is beautiful at the end of the day, because if you are blessed with women, then you can just ride off in the sunset. Do you know what I mean? Like in Lord of the Rings, like, I think they go to heaven. Yeah, man. Don't lose track, don't lose sight of what the overall objective is. It's very easy to be stuck and caught in the same repetitive cycle when you're under stress. I know people that are they have like their coping mechanisms, and the coping mechanisms that they use will be literally their main stress over and over again. Oh, I need more, I need more, I need more. And all of these things are just well, they're not just distractions, but they are distractions, and they will make you lose sight of what you're actually doing this for. Do you know what I mean? Like, why are you here? Where are you going? You smell me? Links in bio if you do want to discuss any of the topics or concepts that I discuss or have discussed in this video today. Thank you for your time. Okay,
In
midweek
the
recap.
halls where shadows glide, gold peacocks dance, their wings spread wide. A rose in bloom, yet thorns entwine, Dylan came.